Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty massive. We're going to explore a framework that completely reframes, well, everything, from our everyday choices to the ultimate purpose of the entire universe itself.
You know, it all really starts with this one huge question, doesn't it? It's the one that mystics and philosophers have been asking forever. Is this little flash of awareness that we call life just a random cosmic accident, or is it maybe just one page in a much, much bigger story?
To even begin to answer that, we've got to shift our perspective. What if existence isn't some random event or even a test? What if it's more like a giant, super intricate school? A cosmic curriculum, you could say, designed for one very specific reason.
So, according to this framework, the end goal isn't for us to be judged. It's for a single, universal consciousness to, well, to learn. It wants to know itself, not just as some abstract idea, but through the real, lived, first-person experience of every single being. And yeah, that includes you.
But how can something that's a unified one get any perspective? Well, by creating the illusion that it's not one. Our feeling of being separate individual people, that's not a bug, it's the feature. It's the core mechanic the universe uses to create countless unique viewpoints, so it can have an infinite number of conversations with itself and learn more completely.
Okay, so if we're all just parts of this one big thing, why don't we remember it? That question brings us to the very specific and kind of weird rules of our classroom, right here on Earth.
It's the most logical next question, right? If we've done this before, if we're all actors in this cosmic drama, why does it feel like we're starting from scratch every single time? No memory of the script, no idea what parts we've played before.
And this right here is the heart of the whole experiment. We operate under something called the veil of forgetting. See, in other states of being, you'd have total memory access. You'd see the consequences of every choice instantly. But not here. Here, our choices are made in genuine uncertainty. And that's what makes our free will so incredibly valuable. It generates pure, unbiased data. It shows the creator what consciousness chooses to do when it really, truly thinks it's on its own.
So if we forget everything every single time we reincarnate, does all that experience, all that priceless data, just disappear forever? Nope, not at all. The source material suggests that every single experience is perfectly filed away in a kind of universal library.
People often call this the Akashic Records, but I'd say think of it less like a dusty old library and more like a living, breathing field of consciousness itself, a universal memory complex where the complete student records for the entire cosmic school are kept, and nothing, absolutely nothing, is ever lost.
Now here's what's really wild. This isn't just some far-out mystical idea. The sources suggest that actually accessing these records is a skill you can train. By clearing out all the mental and emotional noise and learning to shift your brainwaves to the right frequency, that theta state, you can literally learn to tune into this universal information field.
Okay, so how does this all fit together into some kind of timeline? If life is a curriculum, what are the different grades? This brings us to the whole idea of densities, which are basically the different evolutionary stages of consciousness.
So right now, we're in third density. This is the grade of choice. The main lesson plan is to figure out if we're going to lean towards serving others or serving ourselves. Once you graduate from here, you move on to fourth density, which is all about love and understanding. Fifth is the lesson of wisdom, and then sixth is where you learn to balance that love and wisdom, and the whole journey back to oneness really kicks into high gear.
So, what's the point of all this? All these lessons, all these lifetimes, this huge, complex journey through the densities. Well, that brings us to the final reveal, the ultimate graduation, if you will.
This quote, it just flips the whole spiritual search right on its head. The journey isn't about you, a separate little being, trying to get back to some far-off God. The journey is the point. It's the one creator experiencing what it's like to seek, to struggle, to remember, all through your eyes.
What this really means is that you are an absolutely essential piece of the puzzle. You're like a sensory organ for the universe. Your joy is the universe feeling joy. Your suffering is the universe learning something profound. And your moment of awakening? That's the universe waking up to its own existence, right there, inside of you.
It's really the ultimate perspective shift. The point isn't to get out of the world, to escape the game. It's to realize that you are the game, consciously playing out one of its infinite possible versions of itself.
So if this whole framework is true, if you are a unique expression of the entire cosmos having an experience, then what happens? What becomes possible for you? Knowing that, really knowing that, what will you choose to create next?